Welcome back to Internash, guys. A lot of you guys must be thinking to come to Australia to study or have already started planning to come to Australia to study. So in this video, we are going to address 4 issues that all of you must be thinking, and these 4 things you have to know before you come to Australia. We are going to address things like jobs for international students, expenses that you would have while you are a student, what is the weather like in Australia, and what is the education system in Australia. So if you're thinking to come to Australia as an international student, then this video is just for you. So check it out. Right before we get into the video, I have to tell you guys that if you want more information about all of these things like jobs, accommodation, cost of living in each of the city, then we have all the videos on this channel just for international students who are coming to Australia. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Going to the first thing that almost everyone who comes to Australia have on their mind, and including me. My parents didn't tell me that go to Australia, we will send you all the money that you want. I had to work for myself, and I knew that when I was back home. A lot of people, while they're back home, they are told that it is super easy to get jobs. Guys, sorry to break this down to you, but it is not that easy to find jobs. I'm not saying it is impossible. I'm not saying it is super difficult. I myself have found really good jobs in Australia while being an international student and have made decent money, not just paid all my expenses, but also saved little money. Not enough money to pay my fees, but a little money just to enjoy and everything. So if you look hard for it, you will be able to find jobs. I know people who have found jobs in 1 month, 2 months coming in the country. At the same time, I also know people who have not found a single job, even though they have been in the country for more than 6 months. So it's up to you. You have to network well. You have to meet a lot of people who have enough resources, who will introduce you to other people, and you have to keep applying till the time you get a job. So if somebody is telling you it's easy to get a job, sorry, it's not. But it's not impossible. So if you work hard for it, you will be able to get a job. If you want to know more things just about jobs, then we have videos specifically made on jobs for international students. You will be able to find these videos not only in this description, but also if you go to our channel and click on the playlist button, you'll be able to find specifically videos made for jobs for international students. Coming back to the second point, and that is expensive. Now, in one line, Australia is super expensive, and I'll tell you why. Because unlike other companies, the minimum wage in Australia is a lot. So you will be making nearly $20 if you're working legally, if you're working a TFN job. And that's why it raises price of everything. So if you don't have a job and you're just spending money, you'll think that it is a lot. But if you're making money at the same time, then you'll be able to balance it out. For example, I'm from India, and when I went back home after coming here, I was eating out. So you go in a restaurant, everything is around 100, 200 rupees, and that is $2 to $4, right? That's your lunch or dinner. Whereas if you want to go out in Australia, you are at least spending $10, $15, $20. So if you're spending that every day, your monthly expenses goes super high. So as an international student, even while you're living super cheap, you will at least spend $1,000 to $1,500 every month. So I hope you take that in account. Now, if you want to know about cost of living in each of the cities, we have the whole playlist for cost of living in Australia. Go to that playlist, or you'll be able to find the links in the description. Coming back to the third point, that is education system in Australia. Now, I come from India, and in India, you study for 4 to 5 months straight, and then you have exams, then you have a month or 2 break, right? In Australia, a semester is only of 12 weeks. So in 12 weeks, you'll have 1 week in between, that is mid-semester break, and then you'll have SWAT week, which is off after 12 weeks, and then you'll have your final exam. So whatever you're paying, you're just paying for 12 weeks. That's a semester here. Also, you really have to be careful, because if you fail one subject in Australia in your semester, you have to pay the fees for that subject again. So guys, a lot of people who come here, they take things really lightly. They copy things, and then they get into the whole plagiarism system, and then they fail the subject. Don't get into that. Take your studies seriously if you're coming to study in Australia. And the fourth and the last thing that is super important, because I had no idea about this. Think about this. When you look at an advertisement for Australia, what comes in the advertisement? Or when you think of Australia, what comes to your mind? Sunny beaches, beautiful weather, always sitting on the beach, chilling, having a cold beer or a drink. But I came here in July and it was 2 degrees when I came to Melbourne. And that's just not Melbourne. Almost everywhere in Australia, it gets quite cold during June, July, August. In fact, right now we are sitting in May and we are seeing 1-digit degrees. For example, today it's 9 degrees. And it gets really cold. So do your research. Whichever city you're going to, make sure you see what the weather is in each of the month. It's super simple. Go to Google, type what's the weather like in that city, and you'll be able to know so that you can prepare yourself and there is not a shock like what's going on. That's it, guys. That's it for today's video. Hope you loved the video. Hit that like button. That really helps us grow this video and reach out to more and more people. If you have any questions, write it in the comment section. You can talk to each other in the comment section. If you haven't joined the Facebook group that is Melbourne Vibes Study in Australia, then join that group so that you can meet people just like you who are coming to Australia. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. See you in the next video.